Friday, July 8th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East, and a pretty unsettled forecast for our region today and tonight as an upper-level disturbance is moving in, interacting with all this warm and muggy air. Looks like a pretty good shower and storm chances for us, but then some changes gradually take place over the weekend. Also, a little bit of action down to the tropics. I'll get into that here as this video unfolds as well. Let's start with the radar this morning. Now, I am cutting this video during the 5 a.m. hour. And at that point in time, the upstate, much of the Piedmont, completely rain-free. Some lingering showers and storms along the coast, and some recent storms have gone up in eastern Virginia. Also notice this band of rain from Kentucky into Tennessee that extends up into Ohio and Indiana as well. That is with an upper-level disturbance, and that's what the upper-level disturbance will look like by this afternoon as it begins to ripple on into our region. Now, that disturbance will be interacting with very warm and muggy air. There's our surface temperatures this morning, upper 60s to mid-70s for much of the Piedmont. Look back over the Red River Valley. That is ugly stuff. There are numerous spots still over 85 degrees from Dallas-Fort Worth up into southern parts of Oklahoma, and another day of triple-digit heat back in that region. Now, again, for our area, that upper-level disturbance interacting with warm and muggy air, and the result will be showers and storms. And we do have a risk of severe storms today. The chance of severe storms today a little bit greater than what it's been in recent days, with that upper-level energy involved, a little bit more in the way of wind energy aloft today, and could be some damaging winds, maybe some hail with some of the storms that pop up, especially this afternoon and into tonight. Now, as we get into the day tomorrow, and this is the European data, and I think it's still going a little bit overboard here with a feature near the East Coast. Notice that disturbance still kind of hanging around. So we have to mention the chance of still some showers and storms Saturday, but then it really kind of hangs that disturbance right near the coast as we get into Sunday evening, and still some semblance of it by Tuesday. But I think it's a little bit overdone. The feature to note here building in is this upper-level ridge. Here we are on Tuesday, the heat building on in, and one thing that's going to be interesting, though, is even though the ridge is building in aloft, there's going to be somewhat of a backdoor cold front that by Wednesday and Thursday noses on in here from the north. And that'll probably kind of blunt the heat wave a bit by the second half of next work week. Down the line, this is all the way at next Saturday, the 16th. Big upper-level ridge cranking over the Ohio Valley, and notice it cranks up to 597 decameters over parts of Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois by the time we get out to Sunday, the 17th. And if that verifies, that is a hot, hot look over much of the eastern half of the country. All right, so let's get into the GFS. Today, it will indicate that good chance of scattered showers and storms. Those chances will extend right on through tonight as well. Some localized flash flooding issues possible in addition to the severe weather threat. Now, tomorrow, kind of a tricky deal. I'm going to maintain the chance of at least some shower and thunderstorm activity as that drier air is going to be fairly slow to work in. But I think the GFS probably printing out a little too much in the way of precip across the southern Piedmont on Sunday. I still think it's looking like a mainly dry day, although a couple of loose showers or storms are possible near the South and North Carolina border region down into South Carolina. Monday, again, maybe a little overdone here on the GFS. Probably a mainly dry day for most folks, and by Monday, a lot of our highs bumping up toward at least the low to mid-90s, and maybe just plain old mid-90s in a lot of spots, and then Tuesday maybe mid to upper 90s as our next cold front begins to approach. Now, again, I mentioned that backdoor cold front. By Wednesday, the GFS has it by evening time on Wednesday, kind of pushing down into northernmost South Carolina, arcing up into the North Carolina mountains. We'll see. For the time being, I'm going to mention chances of some showers and storms Wednesday and Thursday, going with a little bit of a slower timing of that front. Now, in the tropics, that little disturbance I've been highlighting for you this week, it really is into the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and it's kind of interacting on the eastern periphery of a big upper-level low that's still churning over the Gulf of Mexico. That's what the satellite imagery looks like this morning. At the time, again, I'm cutting this video, there was still a reconnaissance flight scheduled into this. And there has been a little bit of an increase in the thunderstorms over the past couple of hours here in the eastern Gulf, but I think the chances of this becoming an organized system are very low. There's some pretty hostile upper-level winds due to that close proximity of the upper-level low. So no huge signs of development with that, but it is going to bring some soaking rains to parts of Florida as we go through the next 24 hours or so. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great Friday, a great weekend, and God bless.